Friends, 1474 days of war between Russia and Ukraine, while ninth day of aggression on Iran. As far as so-called ceasefire between Hamas and Israel is concerned, you might have seen, I have stopped talking about that because that has become meaningless, though Hamas is not participating in the present war. In brief, let us see what is happening between Russia and Ukraine. In south Zaporizhia regions, heavy fight is on in Kamyansky area, while in Hulyapol, Russians have made gains. In Dnipropetrovsk area, Ukrainians are continuously advancing and presently they have advanced into Volcha. In eastern part from Pokrovsk direction, Russians have made gains between Ivanopilya and Berestok and advancing towards Konstantinivka and Slavyansk direction. In northeast Lyman directions, Russians have made gains towards Sosnov, Alexandrovka and Stavki. Volchansk region, they gained 200 meters towards Volchansky Khutori. Ukrainians' counterattack did not succeed in Seminovka. And in Sumy also, Russians advanced almost 300 to 400 meters towards several areas. Heavy interdiction missions are on from both the sides, on which Zelensky has showed his anger, but it will make no difference. In the meantime, Swedish Coast Guard and police have detained a Russian cargo/bulk carrier in Baltic Sea, and Russia, except diplomatic showing its anger, has taken no action. Now we talk about war on Iran. US is mobilizing allies against Iran. Its own third US aircraft carrier, George H.W. Bush, has started for the Middle East. It may take 2 weeks to reach. French Charles de Gaulle is already there, and so is British HMS Prince of Wales. Reasons for another American aircraft carrier could be shortage of its munitions in Middle East or inability to attack Iran as much as is needed, and preparation for the ground offensive, which is more likely, and also some damage to one of the two other aircraft carrier already existing in Middle East in close proximity with Iran. We come to particulars. Houthis have hit 3 ships. From Lebanon, Hezbollah launched heavy attacks in northern Israel as well as on Haifa. In Iraq, the resistance forces, along with Iranians, are launching attacks on American bases as well as British oil companies and related establishments. USA also is retaliating heavily against these forces within the country. Iran has been continuously launching several waves of attacks, and as per the latest information, 27th has gone. Now it is striking Israel with multiple warheads and using barrage technology. Probably it feels that the early warning system in Israel as well as in the most of the American bases have weakened, and also their stockpiles, which consists especially anti-missile missiles or weapons, have been reduced drastically low. It attacked Haifa US bases in UAE and other several parts all over these places. As per Iranian foreign minister, so far the allies of USA have lost $100 billion in this war. Echoing the similar view, Turkish foreign minister said, "We condemn attacks directed against countries like Qatar, Kuwait, Saudis, UAE, Bahrain, because it endangers lives of innocent civilians a likelihood of war spreading. Turkey had been one of the worst hypocrites, which talks both the sides but works for especially NATO. It never helped as far as Palestinian movement resistance was concerned for their sovereignty and peace, materially or otherwise, except talking. In the meantime, Israel and US have attacked several targets inside Iran, which include oil refineries, air defense system, water desalination plant, etc. Several targets spread all over the country, includes also Isfahan, Bandar Abbas, Ahwaz, Mehran, Kish Island, etc. By the way, it seems Iran's air defense system is partially effective, especially against drones, but not against fighter jets and missiles. And as far as its own missiles are concerned, they are able to breach now Israel's Iron Dome, David Sling, etc. Iran's ballistic missile like Khurram Shah 4, Khyber, Fatah are effective now after depletion of American and Israelis' air defense system. In fact, on several occasions, they have not been able to even give early warning. They have failed in many cases. So to sum up, we can say that on 8th day of war, there are no breakthrough, though expansion of consequences regionally and internationally taking place. Iranian missiles have even crossed Strait of Hormuz and using several targets. Iran warned Azerbaijan to throw out or expel the Zionists from their territory unless they want to endanger the security of their own people and that of Iranians. Well, the protest in Iran and elsewhere is quite strong. Probably it is likely to start globally, but we will have to wait for that. And that brings an end to my talk for the day, friends. See you tomorrow. Must thank you. Bye bye.